lobby. So basically this is what I came here for. See that? Until Sunday. So this is the event. This is my tag. This is the Wireless Conference Kevin Zadai. First night today, 7:30 p.m. Right here at the Hilton.
Alright, well, are you ready? Yeah. I am ready. There's a switch here. If you notice, I can name them to you, I'm not. But just do it, because I did it for 2 years. I watched Christian television, both networks, for 2 years, and I had all these words that were the ones that be back tomorrow. I like to start around 9 and start worship. You all can come when you want, but we're going to start a little bit after 9, and then we're going to get into the message. A little bit before 10, 9:30 or 10, and then at 11:30 we're going to do the children's stuff. So I'm going to be teaching the kids, and then we will have. In the afternoon, we'll have several sessions. I'll be teaching prayer school. And Kathy will be helping me as well. We're going to have a couple sessions. And also the kids are going to be ministering to you at night. At night, they will be praying over you, prophesying over you. We're going to train them how to prophesy and pray over everybody. And, I got a lot of prizes. A lot of good things for everybody, a lot of good stuff. So we're gonna have a great time tomorrow. But tonight, would you please do not delay? A lot of you are being stripped of everything. But the thing that is that the true dream within you is not going to ever go away. The truth is not going to ever go away. And this is what I saw. As you can stand, you can come up here. You can just make an altar where you're at. I don't care. It doesn't matter what. But you got to make an altar tonight, and you got to make sure that you're going through that narrow way, and that you're going to, on the other side, make quality decisions that are based on what's written about you. But remember that we're all attached to you. That we all need you, and so the decisions you make do affect us. I want you to just concentrate on that tonight. That's a one item request. It's just make yourself an altar and present yourself, okay? And then we'll get back into this tomorrow, and then I'll get my laptop straight. Amen? So you want to worship a little bit? You can leave if you want. I this is powerful. But this will cause the rest of the weekend to go really well. And this is going to go well with you. Just remember, one day you're going to be in heaven, and you're going to wish you just dug a little deeper in your heart, got a little more diligent about the things of God. And I know all of you are, but I want to tell you, we don't have the tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of people. We have a narrow way with few that find it. So we might have Gideon's army. So I need like special forces people, 300 of you, that are like willing to do exactly, to play into what God is doing. Be part of that. Amen? Well, let's stand or do something, and let's bring the lights down a little bit of worship. And then Kathy.
Saturday
That water is
session
life.
morning.
It's the river of life.
I'm just trying to
Okay, so
capture
in
a
that
little bit
water,
here and there.
it's
recorded.
indescribable. It's not really like you can sit and do a study.
Few people.
There's no way that you can do a study
But-
on it. There's no way that I can explain to you except that it's the very essence of God. It's everything that God is. It flows out and it gives life eternally. So it flows out, but when I saw
There
it,
is
I knew that it
Kevin
eventually went
Zadai, Dr. Kevin
and came
Zadai,
into this realm.
Ryan Out School.
And it came up through us, flowing. It was very deep, but it was liquid diamonds. It was literally
Again,
liquid
so
diamonds.
when I came in,
It was
they gave all of us this kind of book.
pure water I've ever seen. And I could see down in there.
See, that's the man there.
But I could have seen the bottom if there was one, because that's how clear it was. It reminded me of one time that we went to Salt Spring Island, and I was looking down in the water, where people have.
This is Doubletree by Hilton. They have like wings, 4 wings, and that's the main building where our conference is. I'm gonna show you the inside of the hotel later on. And I'm gonna pause here for lunch. Okay, that's the airport seat. It's a plane thing. Oh, that's the main building.
Judas, and so he didn't want to mess with God's will by telling somebody that they could go to heaven, because you don't have that ability to do that. And if somebody would get saved,
This is the
you can
afternoon
mess with
session.
God's will because it's already set. I'm like,
15.
well, then what? God so loved the world, that he doesn't understand emotion hurts. What about that? It just really started irritating him that I would bring these things up, and I'm not trying to pick a fight. So at this camp, I don't know how it happened, but there was another Presbyterian church where this lady, she just came. She just reminded me of the lady on the Beverly Hillbillies. What's her name? No. Ellie. She was really sweet, and for some reason, she was allowed. I don't know how, because they shouldn't have. The Pharisees would have never let her talk if they would have known. This is what she shared. She said, it's all the kids. No, I'm not even a teenager. I'm like maybe 10 years old, 11 years old. I don't know exactly, probably 9 or 10. And she started talking about that God heals and does miracles. I had never heard the word miracle. And she said that she had cancer, she had a tumor. And I didn't know what a tumor was. But I'm just telling you, these kids, they pick it up.
This is like a worship service. 6 o'clock. There's a saxophonist can sing.
is the Spirit's very fast, and the Spirit is forward looking, and the Spirit he wants to problem solve, he wants to fix things, he wants to reroute you, so he wants to assist you. But there's going to come a point where all of us are maturing on the same page, to where you can just do things by the Spirit, and it matches and is with everybody. So you're not like working against people. You know, what God's telling you is not opposing someone else. You get that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, but up until a certain point, we all need help. We all need each other. And I feel that the Spirit is really strongly saying this, that in order to interpret your now, you gotta be in your future to see you're doing certain places, because it will let us go. And the police will say, you know, once we shut the doors, you can just do what you want. Take your mask off and pull the seats together. And it just kept going. But we were scheduled to be here, and they canceled on us. And I go, why? Everything's fine. And they're like, we don't, I think we shipped the pallets, we were ready to ship the pallets and everything here to have our first grid school 3 years ago. And the devil stopped it. And this is the first time we've been back since then. So I realize what's happening, I realize that now, what's happening is that this is payback. This is really payback. And I remember I came for a one-nighter, and I mean, we were in that big ballroom downtown. I mean, there must have been 1,000 people all along all the walls. People were hungry. We did a Kansas City one. I tricked the devil because we couldn't get in there. So I tricked the devil. What I do is I tell them, okay, we're going to go to this city. As soon as I say that, then I go, okay, we're going to do one night. We're going to sneak in. We're going to say we're getting filled, but we're going to stay the night. And so we got that Kansas City hotel that they wouldn't give us. We have money. knows exactly what he's doing. And this thing looks like a giant rat
This is the work
or a raccoon.
So
But it looks like he even has shoes on and clothes. So Ricky the raccoon is. I don't know, what would you call it? It was more of a rat or a raccoon or something. What was it? It's about 3 feet, was it 2 feet tall? Yeah, he had a horn coming out. He was a unicorn raccoon. Right. Yeah, he didn't look happy at all. You think I'm making this all up? Andrew, have you seen the films? The 8x10 glasses? Anna, you seen them? Okay. Kathy? Come on a minute. Oh, I got the nod this morning. You need breakfast. Okay, so nobody's going to talk about this stuff. The government knows about it, of course, and all these companies that do these cameras, and it's all the different spectrums, all the different frequencies. You know, you can tune in. So here goes. At the airline, I get a call, and the pilots call me up, and they say, "Do you see that?" And I had to get down because the panel's there, and I'm looking up, and at 60,000 feet, there is this big disc, as big as a building, but it's at 60,000 feet, which, just so you know, it's a continental control zone. You have to ask permission to leave it or to come into it. From northern, you can't just go past 60,000 feet because it could be an incoming ICBM.
They also give us this food packs, they call it. Let's see what's inside. This chicken, this rice, something, white rice. This one is mashed potato. What's this? Corn, and then this is some kind of a fruit. So ito yun, from the conference in Seattle. Okay. This is the swimming pool. It's raining today, and this is the hot tub. Still a few people had swimming yesterday, and even this morning. It's weird. It's 50 degrees. This is wing 5 and 6.